So I just looked for the. This is another video that I'm just. I looked for the length of time of how this records. It's like I could not find it. I could have sworn that there was an option there. Now there's no option to change the length. So that's fine. What I was saying is that so there's some time I'm thinking, but this is I don't know if this is probably past the time. It's I don't know if it's just past the time or not past the time. It's like you see that's what I mean. It's like this is where it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't even know why the fuck I'm making these because it seems like it's like all this shit that's like completely fucking a waste of fucking time at this point. It's like because it's like it's like I remember filling out the paperwork for the place, and then I also remember fucking completely yeah, that's why I'm saying there's so much involved with all that because that is so like if as far as parking on the field of death and literally fucking smoking a blunt, why driving over the top of the field of death, and then like that I'm so sorry about, and then I'm at because I remember hearing, oh no, fucking little bastards, like what I'm saying, bitches. All right, so it's like that's that, and then it's like I'm saying to myself like that happened, oh my god, and then it's like, and then I'm saying to myself it's like, well then this took place, and then this took place, and then so did that actually happen as far as like what's happening now? I'm thinking yes, because and then that would be leading to, was that the reason, I'm just saying to myself, is that the reason that gave way to the other corporation being able to pretty much like move in and turn it into a jungle, which was a lovely idea. I like the jungle thing. Like I was totally for the jungle thing. Like the whole, like, it's not actually a jungle theme. It's more like it's more like an oriental freaking masterpiece of like calculation of industry, and so the point being, and nature, industry and nature. I love that idea, I love that concept, and then I push that concept to those people, and I'm just wondering, did I fuck you guys over because you guys were seemingly fucking me over, or it's like, look, I'm not gonna say that I'm completely in the wrong here. Um, and I'm definitely, I don't think I was definitely in the right either. So, that's being 100% honest about what I'm saying. Um, so yeah, but that would have been well over what? That would have been when I still had my car that I loved. And then at the same time, it's like I'm saying to myself, wow, with all the shit that's went down over the years, and it's like, and then we come to like the juncture point of like now, and now's happening now, and I'm saying to myself like, so then because of what looks like the face, but then it's like, well, there's some indications that he may or may not be, but more than likely he's a part of the other corporation separated from the two corporations that are now, the one corporation like moved into the fucking building of the corporation itself and then changed it into the wonderful nature meets industry fucking place that it is. And then it's like, but then they have some sort of fucking grudge on me because of what should have went down in my life. And then I'm saying to myself, it's like, well, is my money still there? Because if my money's still there, it's like I just found the inheritor of what should still be a pretty one of the inheritors of what should still be um, a good competition, a good the point that I'm trying to make right now is that it's like I'm not trying to put anybody in any type of danger that does not need to happen in today's society. Now, there are certain people that love danger and love the every waking moment wondering, it's like, and that could be fucking, that could have been so solved so many different ways. Actually, that could have been, I love the ideas that I would have went with that. And it's like, at the same time, it's like, obviously this has to be done and that has to be done. And it's like, I'm not really the type of person to want that done. And then I'm saying to myself, it's like, at the same time, to keep the ties, no, there has to be a better way. And then that's where other people pretty much designed it so that this way, if this happens for me, this happens for you, because then forgiveness will be given, and then the forgiveness is what will enhance. Now I could be a little bit wrong here. I mean, it's not that I'm wrong about what I'm saying. That's what was said, but due to people not believing that that's what was said, they had a lot of doubt in not so much themselves, but they had a lot of doubt in what I was saying at the time I was saying it, which may have led to them saying some things to me that then I turned around and said, well, now this is just fuck you, and fuck you too. And it's like, well, fuck everybody, and it's like fuck each other. It's like, it's like fuck, 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 fuck. And then it's like, we got to stop this shit. Seriously, we really do, to some serious degree. Now, what I'm saying is that I know I'm skipping around a little bit, and it's like, I don't know if the time has already lapsed. I don't think time has actually lapsed. And then what is really time anyway? It's like, but so, because to those people, I mean, to those beings, to those people, to those, believe it or not, like some sort of type of role model slash, you're not old enough to kill yet, and now I am old enough, and I'm saying to myself, would you like my help? Because I would love to help you, but I'm not also going to fucking fall down the same fucking crap that is become what is now known as, not so well of a place to be. And because of certain moral lines that were crossed. And yet then still on the other side, there seems to be some pretty fucked up secretive moral lines that, have been fucking crossed. So it's like to sit back and do nothing. Now I'm saying to myself, do I just sit back and talk? Well, what the fuck else am I going to do? It's like, you already know I'd be there. I would totally be there if I had anything of my own self and putting my own self onto the fact that it's me and it's not other people that need to be involved in my business. And then I'm saying to myself, like, although I want people to know about the business that I should have had would have been able to be spoken of for the part of them knowing that this is the direction that this would be going in from there on out. And what I'm saying is that, you know, it's like I just want my people. I want my people set free. It's like some of those, I totally don't respect. You know, I respect. There are some people that I do not respect as far as just their sheer garbage, nasty selves. Like, and that has nothing to do with the way they look or the way they smell or the situation. That I'm not sure whether, you know, from case to case basis, like, who are they? I'm saying, like, it's the overall, like, that, you know, because it's different than that deserved that, and the way they got mad at me compared to people who didn't deserve that and still got mad at me when I was only there to help them. In the end, if there was an end, right? So now it's like this is somewhat of the end. And from what I understand at this point, there may be an end one way or it could end the other way. And then some people think it's already over. So you see that whole inheritor thing? It's like it doesn't matter because I already consider. You see, it's like the things that I want to say. It's like I don't want. I want my people back. I want them. I want them out of where they are because they have to. They don't have to do anything. First off, let me rephrase those words. My people. When I say my people, they have an option whether they want to be there. That's what I want them to have is an option. Do they want to be there or do they not want to be there? And that is the option. The way that place was ran back then, it was explained to me in a very, very horrible way. And, you know, it's like with all the things that I should have understood about other sides, it's like, you know, these two sides are fighting, and it's like, you know, it's like, hey, man, it's like, here I come, and everybody's like, oh, look, the shiny new toy. It's like, you know, it's like, fucking, it's like, that's exactly the way, and, you know, it's like, that's why it's like I have respect for the one person who did do me somewhat wrong, and at the same time, you know, it's like, even if it was for a brief half a second, feeling bad of that, and yet, you know, it's like, what do they feel bad about? It's like it's because people knew, right? So it's like, you know, it's like that's the world that's going forward, and this is such a crazy story, man. This is such a crazy story, and it's like I really don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to where I should get to, and without being able to talk to the people who I would love to talk to right now, it's like to find out what's their opinion. It's like, you know, because I don't think what was done is good on the other side. And then I'm saying to myself, like, so then I'm just walking myself into a trap, or I'm just already in a trap, which brings me to my next point of, you know, my squirrel of death. And, you know, between my squirrel of death and, you know, my demon cat and the whole situation that's went down, which it looks one way, but it seems another at this point, because it seems like it's pointing towards that other corporation altogether. And that other corporation, although I love their products, and I really do, I absolutely loved the the first product I had of yours. That was a wonderful product, and it saved my life. Because I was behind the wheel, and because the product is, you know, to me, it was the other product at that type of a situation. If that went down at the same mistake point, I am not sure that that product would have been able to stabilize even with me behind the product. Okay, so therefore, as much as I love this and that. Okay, so my point being is that brings me to basically saying it's like, so then I own another one of those second products from the corporation that I should have been a part of, and yet so many people, when I say people, I mean that lightly compared to what is, and were upset with me, jealous of me. And that's where it's like, at the same time, some of them were protecting me, whether they knew it or not, whether they understood that or not, because I wasn't ready. There was no me being ready for that. Not in the situation that I was being basically plucked out of. If I would have been plucked out of that situation and immediately took over the situation I was not prepared for, therefore just putting me into a never ending catacomb of bullshit, which I've already been in anyway. But at least I've been able to somewhat handle it on my terms, okay? That's why I'm so overly disgusted when I think about the other side of things. And it's like, the other side of things, it's like, so the way you teach me a lesson is by helping you guys. By helping you guys help me, but I help you more, and then you the way that you teach me a lesson is by hurting me further than what I've already been fucking. Oh, please explain how that's the good side of life. Please tell me how that. So then I'm thinking, if those people are, and then the people that have been seemingly reaching out, it's like, I don't want to see yous hurt no more, and I just want yous to be able to stabilize at some point so that you don't destroy yourselves. Is that so wrong? Because now that I see what the other ones, and I remember now, and I'm saying to myself, it's like if you were to allow that, yeah, there has to be some sort of an overhaul with some of the which may not be much, but it has to be done in order to move forward in this life. And that's why I'm going to say that today is that's the video for today. What's going through my mind is very, very simply complicated right now. I'm simplifying the complication to a lot of this, and I don't know if I have anything left in me to even want to move forward, and I'm trying, and I'm thinking like that's what they would do, and the other ones, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, how do I not, because the more I see how intertwined it all was anyway. It's like, it's like to crush one and then not leave an option. No, that is not a solid transformation into the future. I really would. And then there's the doubt. The only doubt that I have inside myself, and this is because my brain misfires, okay? Which is so perfect of to explain this situation. My brain misfires, and the way that it misfires is due to the fact that I can speak extremely well, and then there are times that I don't even want to fucking, because it's like my brain is so scattered at that moment in time, and in that world that is dangerous, and yet it's the ones who have done that to me that I'm saying to myself, well, now I'm saying too fucking bad anyway, right? If it's still not too late. And if it is too late, and then therefore I die, and then still haven't been fucking paid, I still fucking win. So the bottom line is, I'm saying to my fucking self, really, what do I gotta lose? Other than the freaking person who I love very, very much, and I don't want to lose that person. Now, as far as all the other people I've loved and lost, and I'm still irked about so much of this, and so much of this, can it be made right? Well, can it be made right? Because at this point, I'm thinking to myself, even though a certain person from a certain side of things should have been completely gone, they're still around. So that was over what now? How many, what, 200 years ago? And they're still around. So I mean, come on. At this point, like, completely awoke, knowing what is close to where I am. Come on, man. Everybody's feeding me the same bullshit. Everybody is feeding me the same bullshit. Oh, we don't know what you're talking about. Oh, we don't know what you're... Well, then let those people fucking not know what they're talking about, okay? Let those people find out what that phrase has bought them. The entire fucking planet against one fucking guy? Are you kidding? And he made it this far? Are you fucking kidding me? Because at this point, it's like personally, it's not about figuring it out, and then it is about still figuring it out, because at this point there seems to be points that don't make sense no matter how clearly I'm thinking about the whole thing. And it's not like I'm literally sitting here with books. I mean, I might have the videos I've made, and those are reference points in my head due to the fact that my brain misfires, so now I had to make fucking reference points. Other than that, fucking, and some of those reference points are wrong on purpose. So with that all said, it's like, you want to know something? It's like there's still some things that, even though they're lining up, they seem to be a set of side strings that is really fucking getting on my last nerve about the whole situation. And that's why I'm making these videos almost every fucking day constantly now, because it's all the side string bullshit. And it's like, then you got the fucking, what people would consider the fucking puppet masters, right? And it's like, well, you know something? No offense, but that's going to be fucking whichever way you want to look at it. You know what? God has free will for people, but that's also their choice to get involved with things that they should not get involved in. I personally somewhat had a choice, but I was also a child, and I'm not holding that against anybody who put me in a position to sit there and say, this is what I have to say about the situation now that I am ready. Because back then, I definitely wasn't ready. And now, I don't know how ready I am, but I am fucking close to it. And at this same time, I'm saying to myself, all those people that should have just stuck with me a little bit longer, and some of them couldn't, and some of them tried, and some of them just freaking, that's the whole point, they still couldn't even if they were trying. So, therefore, with that said too, I really do find it real fucking interesting at this moment in time how COVID, first I go to jail after meeting yet again Pop Smoke, the rapper, who then dies 2 months after I'm in jail, literally right after I get sentenced to 4 months for putting my hands on a fucking scumbag who was putting his hands on me, which I do mean by the freaking police officer who at that moment in time, due to giving me misdirection fucking commands, was not a police officer inside my parents' home. That was an alien entity inside of my territory, and that became an enemy at that moment in time. I said that wrong. I said that right, but I said that wrong. I chose the wrong specific definitions of that. A criminal element inside my domain, inside of my Zen at that point, which should have been my Zen, but then turned out to be eventually the last time that I was robbed of the last Christmas I'd spend with my mom alive. And then COVID got released. Shit's looking real interesting to me right now, especially since, the person that basically told me that they could have put a stop to this the first time I met Pop Smoke, which wasn't Pop Smoke, by the way, and probably that wasn't his real real exact name, but it was close, if not. Malik, doesn't matter, working in the Hess around the time that I was working in a certain area in between two actual freaking office stations that should have been freaking my office stations anyway. And then I'm sitting there saying to myself, then there's the people who were robbing my money even back then that shouldn't have been fucking robbed. And then there's these people that came to the plate with the fact that it's like, you have this amount of money, Anthony. And I'm like, well, really, I don't know what to fucking believe, because I was still at that point not only young but recovering from the fact that I was pretty much being drugged then, because one of the most peaceful sleeps that I got was basically borderline freezing to death inside the back of my fucking truck, not being able to fucking go anywhere really at all other than my job and back to my fucking truck to fucking literally basically fucking starve and freeze to death. Because for some reason, at that moment in time in human history, gas prices went up to almost fucking $8-something a gallon. It's crazy. That's fucking crazy. $8 a gallon. And I'm sitting there. Wow. Yeah. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Just like, you know what? It's like when I went to go buy my fucking car. When I finally got paid, but got still gypped fucking. I even got gypped when I fucking was at the bottom of the fucking barrel then. It's like, holy shit, he got gypped again. There's not one person on fucking that could have had that much insanely fucked up bad luck, okay? That was all being fucking engineered because of who the fuck I was supposed to be back then. Yo, man. That's. So I'm gonna leave this video in a second, I guess, because I'm watching this and it's like, this is crazy. This is fucking crazy. Seriously, this is really, really that fucking crazy. This is really that fucking crazy. So now I'm just over talking a situation because I'm trying to actually pinpoint I have way more than enough time to try to pinpoint more so than what I've already done, but at this point it's starting to look pretty one way. not one way as far as both sides, definitely, but the one way as far as like, really? So you're still gonna smirk in my face? Really? And the other side, it's like there's people on the other side I look at and I'm saying, oh, you're being nice now, huh? You're being nice. Oh, you're being nice now? You're being nice now, huh? Now all of a sudden you learned how to fucking be nice? There were people that deserved it more than you. and they were the ones being fucking, they were trying. At least they were trying. They were trying to give me what they knew that I should have fucking been able to fucking handle. But I was a kid. That's even in the Bible, man. Hey, no offense, but Jesus might have been fucking a good person and this and that, but he wasn't fucking ready to lead the fucking church of God until fucking X amount of years, okay? So let's just get that part fucking completely straight and stop the bullshit with the bullshit. Demon and Lucifer and Satan and devil and all this crazy shit. It's like some of it's not crazy. I'm not insulting them. I'm just really disgusted to the point of being where it is that this moment in time has brought everyone. So I'm going to go try to make a decision and calm my brain down. And that decision is whether I may or may not die trying to make the decision that is a peaceful decision. Oh my God. And then we'll always, of course, have the opportunity later on in the day to find out if my squirrel of death brings me any more death to my front door. You know, stay tuned.